Hi there, this is Hermie and Permium. If you like that, you're going to love the fact check. Miss Monica.
Wow, we just had a crazy Armchair Anonymous pop-out sim story that has
It really hit home for you.
Yeah, it intersected with my previous life in a very crazy way.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
Very exciting. Okay, well, two things.
Yeah.
You are about to go to the hospital.
Yep, I'm going to leave after this fact check and head over to the hospital.
Do you want to tell people what's going on?
Well, I guess in order of me realizing I had gone to Beverly Hills, and on my way back, there was a ton of traffic, so I was in the car for a while, and I was like, really, really had to pee. Then I got home, and I could, like, barely pee.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
not a good sign.
what the fuck is going on? So my first thought is like, enlarged prostate. This happens a lot, and I read about that. There's some options on the table. You get, like, Flomax or one of these things.
Oh.
So that was my first thought. So then I hit my doctor and say, like, hey, this is happening. Is this something I have to come in for, or can I just get like a Flomax thing? And he said, well, I'd like to rule out that it's not an infection.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, okay, that makes more sense because this feels a little dicier.
Mm-hmm.
So then I have, I guess this is Wednesday night.
Thank you, Rob. Rob's telling me to fix my hair.
Oh, he's so good at that.
Yeah.
I get a crazy fever, chills, and then my body is in a tremendous amount of pain. Wednesday night, like I don't sleep for more than 15 minutes straight because I'm just like everywhere hurts.
Mm-hmm.
So then I wake up and I'm like, yeah, I think you're right. This is an infection. He's like, okay, I'm not there today, but go in and give a blood sample and a urine sample. So I did that yesterday morning.
Were you able to pee?
I can pee, but it's like it takes forever to get it out.
Yeah.
It just barely comes out and it hurts.
Yeah,
it does not feel good. So start the antibiotic yesterday after I gave the things. And then last night, the family has now done their own research. And they're like, well, if you have an infection that's entered your bloodstream, that's sepsis.
Yeah.
And I said, but I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. And they're like, yeah, but even it says here you can feel better, but it doesn't mean you're not.
Mm-hmm.
And so I talked them into letting me sleep at home last night.
Okay.
So that we could finish our day of work today.
Okay.
And then I had more follow-up calls with the doctor. My blood results did since come back.
Okay.
And I do have a very elevated white blood cell count. So I do have a big infection.
Okay.
So I am now, after this, I'm going to scoot over to the hospital and probably get some intravenous
antibiotics. And then continue the ones you're on, I assume.
Well, I'm sure they'll tell me what the move is at that point.
Interesting. I think this happened to my dad.
Okay.
When they were driving back from like Florida or something, and
he held his pee or something.
Like he had to pee, and then it was really, really enlarged, and then they had to like go to the pivot and go to the hospital, and they were like, "Thank God you came because it was about to burst."
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess there's something called like prostatitis, whatever.
Okay.
Which seems like, at least not from the internet, that's what it might be. But now that I've accepted it's an infection and I've accepted all that, I'm now kind of going back and going, oh, this could be related to the original blood blister that they said could be staph. And maybe I just ignored it. Maybe now it's
spread
other places.
Yeah.
So someone's going to be like, it's so nice to have healthcare. And yes, I'm really grateful I have healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, so.
But I felt betrayed. My feelings were hurt this morning. I thought, if this is all from riding my bicycle, which I was trying to do to be a good boy and be extra healthy, to live for a long time for my family, and this all is stemming from there, that feels unfair. You're supposed to get in trouble when you're a bad boy.
I understand. But also, you're focusing on that part instead of the part that's like, someone told you to, and a doctor told you to take antibiotics and you didn't do it.
A couple months ago, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, because that hot compress worked. And then I thought, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe they're not related, maybe they are. But there are unique feelings happening in my body, let's just say that. Now I have the very bizarre indigeste feeling. But I had written down so many things I wanted to talk about in the fact check. Yeah. Do you have one that you want to come out with right away?
So I just got back from the funeral.
Memorial.
Yeah. And it was...
Can we call it a funeral if you don't bury a body?
We cremated.
Right. But if it's a cremation,
It's still a funeral.
It's still a funeral. Okay.
I think so.
I accept that.
It wasn't a burial, but it was
Right.
a ceremony and a cremation.
And cremating. Okay.
And that was really interesting, like seeing that whole process and like being put in and the door being closed and the button and being pressed and all of that was really
Being pressed.
someone is designated to turn the knob, start the cremation process.
You guys were present for the cremation?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that you could observe this.
Yeah.
You're not watching, though. You can't see.
Well, in India, they used to that's how cremation was done, like literally on like wood.
A pyre of wood.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But now, obviously not. Now it's like
it's not great for the environment.
Actual
We gotta
cremation.
Filter it.
Yeah, but we went in, and then there's a whole ritual. There's like a Hindu ritual where there was like putting stuff on her
body.
Did you like
it?
And I really did.
Yeah,
the whole thing, like even it was of course so sad to see her.
Yeah.
But she also looked really at peace and nice but yeah, there was like all.
So there was a viewing.
Yes, there was a whole thing. There was a viewing, a ceremony. A lot of people spoke. My dad spoke.
Yeah.
Which was...
Did he do a great job?
He did. So he went last because he's the littlest brother.
Uh-huh.
And his older living brother is in India, so he sent in a video.
Okay.
And he kind of started it and was like...
You never did answer my question. They were both in the military in India, not here.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
One was a lieutenant colonel and one was a wingmaster or something.
Yeah, he was the highest level.
Okay.
Yeah, so on the what is it? Obituary? I don't know. They sent something out and it said,
survived by,
and it had the brothers and it had like all these prefaces for the other two brothers.
Yeah,
and
Master Sergeant Third, decorated.
Yeah.
And then Ashok.
And then it just said Mr. Ashok Padman. I was like, what a loser.
No.
Oh my God.
No,
it really made me laugh. But anyway, and he was basically like, she set the bar and I tried to meet her and I failed miserably. And then, then the second brother goes and also says nice stuff. And then my dad basically goes and he's like, well, everyone said everything.
Little brother.
Here I am.
Once again.
Yeah. But he did say, he said, which was, I thought was kind of a ding, 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 because here when we have people on who we admire and we don't really know, we can't really say, there's no words to say it. And we just say like, we're grateful and thank you. He just said, I'm just going to say thank you.
Oh.
So that was really, really sweet.
But no one's crying at this thing. Is anyone
People
crying?
Are crying, yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah. People are crying. Yeah, there were all these like Hindu traditions, even though she really wasn't very religious, but I think she wanted some of this stuff, or we decided to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And it was really cool to experience that. I've never experienced
those traditions don't get here by accident.
Yeah.
They're useful.
And in all the speeches, a lot of people would say things about the religion and the big tenets of it and the god of death. And like there was just all I was like, I really need to learn more.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Another thing that I thought was really beautiful. So she came here in the 60s, pre-civil rights. And so if you got to come, they labeled you as either Black or Caucasian.
Sure.
So Indians were put in the Caucasian category.
Oh, interesting.
Which at the time...
That upset that Florida acting coach.
Correct.
Yeah.
But at the time was good for...
In 1960s, yeah.
Anyway, she came and she... I didn't really realize the level of genius she was until I'm hearing all these people talk about her. And, she was like on another level.
Yeah.
Statistician, and she went to the University of Chicago, then she's a professor, then she started all these businesses and, all these things. Very, very, very cool person. But yeah, so we were in this little like chapel and I'm looking, people are speaking and I look and I see this like really blowy, flowy, beautiful American flag flying outside. And I was like, that's right. Like she did this,
Be
she
careful.
came. Okay. I just think that's a beautiful
It is.
American
Don't make me
story.
cry is what I'm
Oh,
saying. Yeah,
I
let's
thought you
tread
were saying it was
lightly.
getting political.
This is the kind of thing that would really set me off.
Sorry,
That
but
is what I would want someone to think, that this place with all of its warts is still the most special place.
It's the most beautiful, and this person...
For a woman in 1960 to be able to come somewhere and live to all of her potential is the thing we do right.
100%. And it's the most beautiful thing about this country, and this is the potential here, and she ended up being so successful here, and being this independent woman here, and owning all these homes, and doing all this stuff, and fulfilling her dreams, which ultimately did kind of take her,
but again, better than not your dream taking you.
Yeah, and I think she would have felt that way.
Yeah.
So it was really, really beautiful. And
if I go out in a fireball at like 210 miles an hour at 85, like you just got to go like, God bless, man. That's exactly how we'd want to go.
I know. And we would have to look at it that way. And you can't judge 82 years based on the last 5 minutes. Like that is so unfair. But she did, like, the last text she sent to her daughter was on the boat. So she
feeling great about it.
She said, I'm on the boat. This is exhilarating. This is what I've always dreamed of.
It's as good as you can do.
It's as good as you can do.
Yeah.
So
good.
It was really, really lovely. I obviously felt like I wish we had all, as a family, done this while she was alive. These are the things that
it should be standard that if you hit like 80, you get a living funeral.
Yes.
And maybe you'll be around for another 25, but let's just do it where everyone can see you.
Or let's do it let's just get together more, guys. Like, make the time. It's really...
Yeah.
It's really important. But yeah, it was beautiful. It felt like closure. There was a double rainbow that night.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, or that day after the memorial. And so it was really nice.
Good.
Yeah. And then there was all these fun stories about my dad being a rascal, which was always fun.
Was he rascally?
Yeah, very rascally.
Yeah.
Very rascally.
I get a rascally sense from him. A little rascal
littlest
underbelly.
brother.
Yeah.
And I did think of you actually because he said, how my Uncle Jay said that he was always trying to live up to my Aunt Lilly. And my dad said, and I was always trying to live up to my Uncle Jay.
Right.
So, and he said, and I failed miserably. So it's like, yeah, these little brothers are always trying to be their big brother. It's really, really something.
Really
but anyway, it was it was nice.
I'm glad it was that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah.
Me too. And it was, it was a struggle to get there. It was 3 hours away from the thing. And last night I left late. I got to the hotel at midnight. I had booked the wrong day for the hotel. There's just a lot, but it was worth it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, a lot of the things I wrote down have to do with screen grabs I've grabbed.
Okay, great. Let's hear
that
it.
involve you,
Oh.
as I like to do. I like to scour the comments and find out. Okay. This is a great point someone made.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't think of it at the time, but when you thought that Matthew Friends had the same father as Matthew Perry.
Correct.
What didn't occur to you is that his dad would have had two Matthews. So someone wrote, I love that Monica thought Matthew Perry's dad had two sons named Matthew. I said, oh, good point. I hadn't thought of that either, but yeah, that'd be insane. Unless he's George Foreman.
I didn't think about that at all because you think of Matthew Perry and
Matthew,
Matt Friend.
yeah.
I haven't heard.
It's
yeah,
the same name.
That's
no.
embarrassing.
Okay, and then someone else wrote this, the same topic. All caps for some reason. Had to come here to say Mom thought Matthew Perry and Matthew Friend were brothers because she probably Googled Matt Friend dad. And Matthew Perry is also named Matt and was on Friends.
100%.
So this mystery really sent a lot of ships in different directions.
Wow.
But minimally, that was funny that both were named Matthew.
Yeah. I didn't think it through. I just saw it and thought,
but maybe
whoa.
the dad would have been like, it worked the first time. Also, the age gap between these two is 20 plus years.
And to me, it could be different. It was definitely different moms. And maybe both moms were really attached to the name.
Maybe they
Matthew.
Insisted on Matthew.
Exactly. I don't know.
Still, I would have, as the dad, I've been like, I already have. My son's already going to be uncomfortable with the fact I'm having another son 30 years later. So maybe if we didn't name him the same thing, he wouldn't feel as replaced.
Yeah, but maybe the mom is like, That's my dad's name. And I told him on his deathbed that if I had a son, I would name it. And so there's no other.
Okay.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it's really easy. It's really easy to do.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
So that was my Instagram update.
Okay, great.
And then the other couple things I wrote down is I wonder if Wina is sad about Pips.
Oh, this is an important thing to talk about.
I'm not Wina. I'm not playing Pips. So don't feel abandoned by me.
Okay.
But
for
do you
people
think,
who don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Connections was our first love. It's created by Wina and made by her. And now everyone's starting to send around Pips.
Yeah. And guess
what?
I
got worried about her.
I do love Pips.
You love Pips. And are you playing Connections as much?
Yes.
Okay.
So I still do the whole thing.
Okay, great. Well, this must take a lot of time.
It is, but it's a fun morning activity. I do the mini. This is the order I do.
Okay.
Mini. Wordle. Strands.
Fuck me. Wow. 3. Okay.
Connections.
Wow.
Pips. So Pips only happens if I have time. And Pips has 3. It has easy, medium, hard. So I like to try to do them all.
Wow. Is this your whole morning?
It's a long time in the morning.
Yeah. It's better than Instagram.
Exactly. It gets my brain moving.
And that brings us to the other thing I wrote down.
Okay.
It's like 2 public service. One concern, Wina. This is a public service announcement. This crossed my mind for some reason when I was with Eric and Molly. We were talking about phone use. We had seen a comedian. She was talking about phone use a lot.
Uh-huh.
And here's what I did think that's interesting about your phone. Let's say you spend 2 or 3 hours on it a day, and you're having fun experiences. You're seeing fun videos and everything. But what occurred to me is like, I don't have a single fun memory of being on my phone, like a specific memory.
You don't?
No.
From being on your phone at all or being on social media?
Social media.
Okay.
Like I can't see an actual I know I've been consuming social media for on a bad day 2 hours a day and on a good day none. But what I know is I have no specific memory of like, oh, that one time I was sitting on the couch just loving Instagram. And I was like, I don't think you can commit them to memory.
Okay,
they're not real experiences.
Interesting. Okay, I think you're right, but also
they just go in a void. Like let me say the proclamation I want to make is no one will ever be on their deathbed reflecting about this great time they had on their phone. I don't even think you can make those memories.
Scrolling and stuff. Yeah, I think you can have them texting. I have them.
Texting. Yeah, that's a relationship.
That's connection. Yeah, exactly. But I think. In the same way, sometimes that happens. Like when you sent me the video of the lady
woman
pooping.
Squirting.
Yeah, pooping in the.
But again, that was interactive, and that was you and I, and that's like
So there are
maintaining a real life friendship.
Yes,
but
that's
just the like, oh, and I saw this, and I saw this, and I saw that, and I
Correct.
saw this, and I saw this argument, I saw this. I don't think any of those are committed memories. So weirdly, I connected these dots. It was like, every moment you spend on that will never kind of be reflected on. It's like
that's interesting.
It was a waste in the moment, and then even worse, it's like a gap in your real life.
Yeah, that's probably very, very true. That's scary. But you know what's funny? And this, I wonder why this is true, because it's not connection. But like, I do have days that I think back on fondly of just like watching 3 hours of cooking videos. Not on Instagram, but still. And I do think of that very fondly. Like, oh, that was so nice. Like, I felt cozy. I mean, to me, that was like watching TV, which fond memories of that, obviously.
Yeah.
So I wonder what's different about that.
I think just the speed. Like the speed, there's too much. Your brain has got to decide they're not going to hold on to this.
Yes.
It's not quintessential for your life.
Yeah.
And it just knows to dump it.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of these holes,
Yeah.
I think, in your memory, which is.
Yeah. Because maybe with the cooking videos, because I am learning about cooking.
And you're making a future goal of like, I'll try that dish and I'll serve it to these people. There is something real life impacty about it.
Yeah.
Whereas just like scrolling is.
Yeah.
Or if I'm looking at like another thing I think is like, you're not going to remember any of your like cruising at shopping stuff. Or for me, looking at cars, I'm not going to be like, Oh, I remember that time I saw that 84 Mustang. It was done perfectly. And I just loved being on the couch, convincing myself I needed to buy it and then talking myself out of it. Like, I just can't imagine that's what's on the deathbed.
No, it's not
And not everything has to be for your deathbed.
Yeah.
But if you can't even recall it, I think that's a maybe.
That's fair. That's fair. That's definitely fair.
Last thing is, and I want to know so as we've discussed, I actually kind of like being embarrassed.
Yeah.
And we had a moment the other day. They tell you about the roller skating.
Mm-mm.
So, I had the roller skating behind the motorcycle with tow ropes. And
Yes,
that went
the kids.
great.
Yeah.
And then I thought, even better, I'm going to put a long bar across the back of the four-wheeler, which is lower. And then so when we're going down hills and they need to brace so that they don't go too fast, they'll have a nice bar they can hold on to.
Okay.
This was a huge improvement. So it's got tow ropes and it's got this bar.
Okay.
And so we go out trial run. It's awesome. I don't know what we did. Maybe the battery died of the speaker we were listening to. So we go back in the house, grab a new speaker. And when we come back out, and we're just taking off. And also, we'd seen no other cars, right? Well, 10 feet after leaving the driveway, Delta decides she's going to shoot the duck, which is a tricky skate move. You're only on one skate and you're crouched all the way down. And she rips them on the roller skate. Right?
Yeah, she does.
She can do them.
Yeah.
Well, she ate shit, right? And so she hit the asphalt. She's laying there screaming. And as soon as I turned to see, like, oh boy, how hurt is she?
Yeah.
I noticed, oh God, there's a car waiting now. So I got a kid on the ground. I'm on a four-wheeler. Lincoln's in the mix.
Yeah.
And then I kind of run over to Delta. It's okay, tell me where her, And then as I'm looking up, now I got a car on the other side. So we're causing a traffic jam in the neighborhood.
This is hard. Yeah.
So I'm immediately super embarrassed.
You are.
As a dad. I'm like, they think what I'm doing is irresponsible, and here this kid's hurt. And so I'm getting really embarrassed
in a bad
that
way.
Other people are judging me as a parent. And Lincoln bolted. She got the hell out of there.
She did? She ran back home?
She skated back home. We were very close. We had just pulled out.
Right.
She's like, get me out of here, right? And then so I go to Delta, how bad is it? And I go, okay, but I got to get you out of the road because we got a traffic jam now.
Yes.
So I pick her up, I put her on the four-wheeler. We then make a 4-point turn that's embarrassing, and then we finally get away, and then the traffic jam goes away. We get back in the house. I don't know, 40 minutes later, Lincoln and I are walking through the yard, and she just goes, I go, where the hell did you go? You just kind of bailed. She goes, I was so embarrassed. And I go, how do you think I was feeling? She goes, I know exactly how you're feeling. You were definitely embarrassed that people thought you were a bad dad. I'm like, yes. And then we bonded over, and she said it. She goes, I love being embarrassed, though. 10 minutes later, I just love it. And I go, yeah, me too. It feels so unique, doesn't it? Like we were panicked. Oh, my God, we got to get out of this road, the whole thing. So we had this really fun time bonding over that. We both have that gene where we kind of love being embarrassed.
Interesting. Does it matter about what? If you're embarrassed that you're a bad dad?
You're leading me perfectly to all the zones.
Oh, wow.
So obviously, that's the thing. There are things that I love being embarrassed about, and then there are other things I don't. And so one I'm going to share with you that I don't like that I've recently become embarrassed by is I've made the same joke a few places, and it's percolated up because we have Mom's Car, we have this show, then we have guests that maybe warrant me retelling the story. But I've told this thing about that I told Kristen to just start meeting me places because she's too famous. And I realize I've told it in 3 different places. And by the 3rd time I saw it, I was like, I'd be so embarrassed if I was listening to this show. God, this guy thinks this joke is so good. He just keeps saying it. And when I'm caught recycling a bit or a joke, I'm really humiliated.
Okay.
And this has been bubbling up a couple. There's a few I've recycled too many times, and I'm on it, listener, and I'm going to clean it up because it's embarrassing.
Wow.
Yeah. And I don't like that.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Well, I'm sorry you feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to
Go ahead.
fuel more embarrassment. Because I
You
really don't want
You
to.
probably cut out a lot of.
Yes, there are stories that it's the only reason it comes up is because it's all recorded, right? In life, people tell the same stories and you don't think about it because you're saying it to the same people.
Well, also I would add is I make a point not to retell stories to people that have already heard it, but we're constantly in a situation where 3 times a week we're sitting with people we've never met.
That's what I'm saying.
And then so now I got a reason to tell this person
That's exactly
but
what I'm
you
saying.
shouldn't have to sit through it again or
Well, it's not that. No. So I that's what I'm saying. In real life, we all like tell stories, the same story to many different people, and no one's going to quote catch you
yes.
because it's different people. That is what you're doing. You're telling someone new.
Yes.
But the problem is, and
everyone else has heard it.
This is what happens when we're in such an intimate setting. I think it's easy to forget that there is an audience who has heard this already.
Yeah.
So I do. There are like, there's a handful of ones that I'm just like, that's always going to go.
We're getting rid of that.
That's going.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes I have to leave it.
Because it'd be insane that the person followed up with that without the setup.
Correct.
I agree. This is why my defense of it usually.
Yeah.
Like, I got to keep telling a certain few stories because that's what leads to the other people's stories.
Well, and I have a bit of a solution because sometimes you do this naturally, right? But sometimes you don't. And that's when we get in a pickle.
Okay.
But often naturally, because I understand the impetus to tell it because it also, you're telling it so that the person feels connected to you.
And comfortable with whatever their thing is.
Yes, exactly. You're relating to them. So I think you don't have to stop doing that.
I know
There's
what you're gonna
something
say.
at the end, like then you just say one sentence that's the actual question, so that the story
so you make
can
it cleaner.
go. Yeah, the
Okay.
story can then just get chopped, but
That's
they've heard
good.
it, and then it's just the question is clean.
I thought you were going to suggest something different, which I
Okay.
have made a concerted effort to clean up,
Okay.
which is a lot of times, well, most of the time I'm telling the story to start the process.
Yes.
But I am guilty sometimes if they told me the story, they didn't need any prompting. And then I then match them at the end, which we don't need. And I have I've become aware of that.
Yeah.
And I try now to not go like,
Me too.
yeah, I
with
was
you.
also in
Yeah.
Iceland.
Well, and again, sometimes it's fine, and if
It's not necessary.
if it's a new story
Yeah.
and it's interesting.
Yeah. But boy, yeah.
It's okay. We all, I find it very endearing that you're embarrassed by
Yeah,
it.
I'm going to clean it up. I just want whoever's flagged it, I'm going to clean it up.
That's
Keep
nice.
the material fresh as possible.
I wish I had been a little braver because there have been some times where I've been like, I do need to tell him that story has to be removed from, it's got to go.
It's got to go.
But I haven't. I don't want to be like, so don't do this, that feels mean or bad or
Could
telling
break my
people what to do.
rhythm, my
Yeah,
mojo.
exactly. I just don't want to mess with you or make you feel like I'm trying to control things or something like that, right? So I haven't done it. But now, look, we're in a position where you're embarrassed.
Yeah. But I hope you feel comforted by the notion that I'm attempting to be aware of.
No,
it,
I
though.
know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you had to get there the hard way.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
could
it's
have given you any. But maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you would have been mad at me if I did it that way.
Who knows? Hard to
There's
know.
no way to.
It's hard to know. I just know that I'm not going to be telling the one punchline ever again. Unless I'm talking to someone on the steeps of Mongolia, and I'm pretty certain they've not heard it.
You can. Well, it's also funny. I was thinking because when we had Matt Friend on, who's a huge armchairy.
Yeah.
Again, like in any other circumstance, most of the people we have on, I don't think listen.
They're not. Yeah.
So these stories are new.
Yeah.
But with him, I don't remember what it was, but I remember thinking like,
He already knows.
I know he knows. Like he knows this story. He probably knows how it ends.
Yeah.
And that's kind of funny. Anyway, I'm sorry you're embarrassed about that.
That's okay. Just something to work on.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how embarrassed are you about that versus your carbuncles?
Well, it's interesting. One I'm culpable for, and one is just I'm a victim. So, like, I shouldn't feel guilty or embarrassed by the carbuncles, but of course, I feel more gross.
Wow.
And I don't like to feel gross to people.
Nobody likes that.
No, but just like if I'm teeming with some infection, that's disgusting. And no one wants to be with
it's not disgusting.
No one wants a septic lover.
Well, speak for yourself. I don't mind.
I guess the
septic.
right septic lover.
Well,
I'd take pit septic.
as long as it's temporary. Well, no, I don't want to say that in case we have any like long-term septic people listening. It's great. Everyone's
great.
attractive.
Everyone's try, either septic or not.
Everyone's great. All right. Well, let's get you to the hospital. So let's
Okay.
move on.
Okay, great.
Okay, some facts for Toby. Has Joan Didion written a sonnet? Because he asked AI to write a sonnet
In
Joan Didion's voice. And he said, but I don't know if she's ever written one. And she did not write a formal sonnet.
Okay.
Based off my research. 5 novels, 10 books of nonfiction, and a play.
Say the name again.
Joan Didion?
Yeah, so what's crazy is someone else I'm reading about.
She's huge. I'm reading a Joan Didion book right now.
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm.
What was I reading right before the Charlie Sheen book that I put down? Can I glance?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I know what it is. I think Joan Didion was Bret Easton Ellis's favorite author as an aspiring.
Who?
Bret Easton Ellis.
I don't know him.
You do Less Than Zero, American Psycho.
Oh. Director?
No, novelist. But several of his books have been turned into movies.
Got it.
He wrote the screenplays so he's done both.
Got it.
And he has a book out, maybe it's 2 years old, called Shards.
Ooh.
And it's about growing up, going to one of these fancy private schools in Hollywood.
Oh, interesting.
In the 80s. And it's like so juicy with like, 80s pop Hollywood, rich kid.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool.
You would love it. You would love it. But he's talking about her constantly, which is funny because I'm completely unfamiliar with her work.
Really?
Yeah. What's her
She's
seminal?
an icon. Most famous Joan Didion book. Let's see what pops up. Well, I'm reading the White Album. That did pop up. Oh, The Year of Magical Thinking.
Oh, I am aware of that title.
Yeah. I guess that's the most popular or whatever. But yeah, she has a ton. She almost won a Pulitzer. She was just like a big icon in the 70s, I think. Like she was in the scene and,
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm going to read something by her. That's my commitment.
Yeah, I really like what I'm reading now.
Okay.
I would recommend it. All right, let's see here. The Rembrandt that was delisted. So several Rembrandt paintings have been demoted, but some of the most well-known include Portrait of a Young Woman. That's a 1632 painting. Once considered a Rembrandt, was downgraded to the worship of Rembrandt. Yeah, 1970. This was such a ding, ding, ding. You had to
You had to put your eyeballs back in your head?
Yeah, they popped out. Now, don't get offended.
I won't.
But the name of the painting is Old Man in an Armchair.
Oh, this is like a ding, ding, ding with the Eames chair.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm an old man in an armchair.
Well, you're not old, but you're a man in an armchair. And then like in 30 years, we could say you're an old man in an armchair. But I feel like we got to get this.
The painting?
Yeah.
What is the current value of it?
I don't know, but it was demoted.
Oh, that helps.
So it's not going to be that expensive. It was bought in 1957 by the National Gallery, and then it was demoted soon after.
Oh,
but we'll take it.
The art world is the shadiest world ever.
I know.
It's such a shady world.
It's so interesting. Anyway, there's a couple others, but that was the main one. Okay, we talked about like Harvard, and if you can kind of like guess, the type of childhood that most of those kids come from.
Yes.
And so I looked into some of their financial aid. I got curious about that.
Yeah.
I looked at percentage of low-income students at elite colleges.
Mm-hmm.
Low-income students, defined as from the bottom 20% of the income distribution, consistently make up about 5% of the student body at highly selective institutions.
5%.
That's nothing.
That's
not a lot and not enough.
Yeah.
It does say, in comparison, approximately 40% of students attending all other institutions nationwide were Pell Grant recipients. So that's good.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. And then, of course, they don't have the status because of it. It's like, they're in the UC system. They're in the state colleges.
Same.
Yeah. And most of these kids who go to these schools, their parents did. It is this revolving
legacy,
door of advantage, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely is. Anyway, that was it.
Oh, okay.
Not very many facts for Toby, but it was a very interesting conversation. That's it.
Thanks,
Bye.
Toby. Love you.
Love you.